who's going to drop out? And somebody always drops out. I understand. Somebody always drops out. But you've got to overcome the Broncos, for example. And this stat just blows my mind. The Broncos, I've lost track. It's high. I think it's 13 now. Is it 13 straight games they've lost to Kansas City? It's something ridiculous. I mean, like, okay, you've lost. You haven't beaten Kansas City in 6 years.
A lot of teams have lost consecutive games to Kansas City, though. Let's be real.
Not 13 straight. Not in the division. Not in the division. You don't lose 13 straight in the division. That's a problem. Okay, that's a psychological. That's a physical problem. That's a psychological problem too.
Bro, the Cardinals have lost 8 in a row to the Rams going into last year's game when they met in LA. So it does happen, right?
But just in that division, so last year you had the Chiefs and the Raiders. Raiders barely had to win their last 4, including that epic game over the Chargers just to get in at 10-7.
Right.
So I don't think they overcome Kansas City. I still got Kansas City over Denver. And then does Denver leapfrog just in the division? I'm not even talking about the playoff field at large. In the division, are they better than the Chargers? Are they better than the Raiders now that they have Russell Wilson?
I've got 3 teams coming out of the AFC West.
And who do you have on the sideline? Who didn't get the dance? Who didn't get a dance partner?
The Raiders. Now you want to know
So
why? Because their
I do.
offensive line, they just have too many issues up front for me to be comfortable with saying they're going. I think defensively they will be better. That's been their Achilles heel in recent years. Derek Carr has played well enough, but hell, defensively they couldn't stop anybody or make key stops. Well, now you look at their offensive line. They just cut a number 1 pick from a year ago, in Leatherwood. You can't miss on picks like that and hope to be successful. Right. I mean, he's 1 year into the league and you're cutting him already. And I get that it's a different coaching staff and personnel staff, but I'm just saying, typically that's a guy you're going to count on to be one of your foundational pieces up front. And so when I look at their offensive line and how Josh McDaniels wants to play, the ball's going to come out quickly. We know that. I mean, we saw that when Josh had Tom and there were protection issues. They would get it out quickly or they would go to the 2 tight end set and do it that way. But I just don't think that the Raiders have enough talent up front offensively. And then if they have an injury up front, that even exacerbates the situation. So you got to pick one that doesn't make it. And that's not to say that I think the Raiders are going to be awful. I think they're going to be really good. But I think Denver is more solid across the board than the Raiders are at this point.
Now, and we'll get into some other issues. Like I want to ask you about Lamar Jackson, what this means for Lamar. Lamar the agent and Lamar the quarterback. Some other issues going on in the league. Burt Breer is going to join us in a couple of minutes. But before he does, I just want to say, with that release of Leatherwood, that only happens with the first-year coach. Okay, look, Trotter, you mean to tell me that I don't know how many linemen they wound up keeping. They keep 8, 9? Most teams keep around 8 or 9. You mean to tell me Alex Leatherwood is not one of your best 9? He doesn't have to be your starting tackle. He's not one of your best 9 offensive linemen. So you make that move because you didn't draft the guy, and you're trying to send a message to the rest of the team, to the rest of the league, to ownership, whatever, even though ownership's not going to be happy. Wait a minute. We paid a guy. We drafted a guy at number 17 in the middle of the first round, and he only lasted a year?
Yeah, but we're cutting off losses by getting rid of him financially.
Yeah, so but don't you think is that a message? Isn't that like sending a message?
Absolutely. But once he got released and he got waived and someone picked him up, obviously the Raiders got some of that money back in terms of cap relief. But yes, you're sending a message. But the other thing is, Michael, have you watched him in the preseason? And you watched him last year?
Yeah. I saw that third preseason game. I saw him just get bull rushed by a guy from the Patriots who also was, I think he got cut. I think that guy got cut, or he's on the practice squad. And it was like, ooh, he got by, first round pick Alex Leatherwood. I'm like, well, he's a first round pick only because the Raiders are the only team that were going to take him in the first round, as the Raiders tend to do. Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.